Alright, welcome back to video for the fenders. We have this fender, we have that fender over there, and this is going to require a little more hand sanding. I'll hit just the flat spots with DA 320 6-inch sander, and then I'll wet sand it. So if you watch the other video, you'll kind of have an idea what to do. So this is going to be more speed through. I'll put some music on so you don't have to hear the going fast and zzz sound. So we've hit most of it with 320. And now I'm going to do the 400 wet sand. In here, this is a funny little line. There's a weird spot here, a weird spot over there I can see. Just for the sake of time and everything, I'm going to sand those, probably not while I'm recording. Maybe I can go over it. You can just kind of see it's a little wide, but I just don't want to sit there and record tedious little things like that. I mean, if you want to know what, maybe we can show you real quick the spot. I can get in there. I mean, it's not a whole lot, but you can fold your paper and just lightly hit in there. But I'm not going to show all that. I'm just going to hit everything with the 400, ready to paint, and go to the other fender. For some, if you want to know how to fold, you go like this, for this end, and I actually use my belly in there and kind of pull it tight. Hope you can see that. You know, get it nice, creased. Flip it over, and I make sure these are in the corner again. I just don't go by the line because sometimes they'll get a little off, and it doesn't really matter. It just bugs me. So do the belly thing again. And one thing that annoys me is when they rip and have jagged little edge. I don't like it. People can use scissors, people can do whatever, but nice, clean, that's how I like it.
Someone save me from all I've done. Please don't blame me for all my thoughts.
Okay, so we hit that. Looks pretty good. There's a little guide coat here, but it's not. I can still sand it a little. Like I said, I'm gonna hit this. It actually looked like it started blocking out all right. A little low there. Little spot there, but you know, again, when you're using your hand, try to use certain areas, not go like that. Try to keep flat. One thing I haven't mentioned when you're doing this, you probably should, I don't, I have a bad habit of it. I don't like wearing dust masks. It drives me nuts. If you're doing this, you should probably wear a mask. You know, wear safety glasses, wear ear protection if you want. It's up to you. I don't like to. When I paint and prime, I do wear masks. But so next we'll hit this fender and we'll see how it looks, and we're going to go over all the parts, see what needs to be fixed. So let's get going. Two things real quick. If you drop this on the ground, I just throw them away because I got a bunch. I mean, you can rinse it off, spray it off. I mean, once in a while I'll do that if it's like a brand new. But if I've been using it a minute, drop it, I just throw it away. You know, if you drop these on the ground, blow it off really good. These are dry. After I've used them on the orbital sander, I will use them wet just to get edges, and it still works, but you're not going to want to sit here with wet or dry paper and get it all wet and sit there and DA it. You don't want to do that. So this is a wet and dry sand, but so you can use them both, obviously. So that's just one thing, is drop them on the ground, make sure you don't put them up, because those gravel or little pieces scratch the crap out of that, and then you'll be fixing sand scratches. So right here is a good example. You can see that's lower than this spot. We're burning through right here, and it could be metal or anything. So this needs to be knocked down. If you can see, there's a halo all the way around. Depending on how critical, you would want to use with this some 80, maybe 120, and you would want to block it. On this, I'm going to DA with, I'll probably hit it with 120, because I don't want to get a bunch of 80 in this, and it's just enough to knock it a little bit down. Some of this is a dolphin glaze, so polyester filler, and you know, just smooth it out. And I'll probably put some primer just in this area. I won't put it on the whole thing, just here, and then hit it again after I do some more body work. Now, as I'm wet sanding this, I don't want to get a bunch of water over here. This can absorb it. I mean, any really primer protects things, but primer can also absorb. If you just leave it in the moisture all the time, primer will suck moisture in. Bondo body fillers, they will suck it in. A good one to use that doesn't, or less maybe, I'm not sure on that, is a epoxy sealer or epoxy primer. People call it sealer. These parts will get sealed. A lot of time I don't do it. If I do most of the car without burning through anywhere, then I'll just paint over it. This will get a sealer, but I definitely want to keep, don't want that just getting drenched. So I will hit all this. Over there, I was having a problem with the fender moving. One thing to do, hook some baling wire somewhere on there so it sits tight. I think I'm out. And that's, but if you do that, then it'll keep it in place. So let's get the thing wet sanded. Okay, so we got that all done. See, it wasn't that hard to keep the water from there. I really think the only water that hit it was when I was squeegeeing it. Few tiny little spots I can dry sand. Otherwise, this thing looks pretty good also. When you're working on this stuff, make sure you wash your hands. Keep them clean. I mean, you get oils on them. Your hands are oily. If you're wet sanding, I think's a little better. And I catch myself doing it. It's fine. Well, it could be a problem. If you're going like this, or, you know, leaning on things, first you can dent it or put a little whoop in it. Second, you can put your hand oils on there. And if you go to paint, you can have reactions. So gloves, or when I'm dry sanding, I'm a lot more aware. When I'm wet sanding, you know, I keep my hands on there often to try and hold things. And that's if you sand clear coat on a new car, same thing. You open up those pores on that. It can suck stuff right in. I mean, you don't want to be doing mechanical work. I know people do. WD-40, don't have it in your garage. That's my rule. I don't use it. Not allowed in my garage at all. Silicone-based stuff, no, not allowed. I mean, I have, you know, 5 quarts of oil for a car or something. That's about the only oil I keep in my garage. So next video, we'll fix some little chips on this, the doors, and I'll etch some areas so you can kind of see, and then they should be ready for paint. I have some more parts I got to get ready. You know, we'll do a series on those. If there's anything you want to learn, let me know in the comments. If you know you have questions, let me know in the comments. I try to get to all of them. If there's stuff you want to criticize me on, leave it in the comments. Just make sure to like or dislike. Doesn't matter, as long as I get stuff. Who cares? Because I know there's a lot of people out there that, oh, that's wrong, that's wrong. You know, there's wrong ways. There's also more than one right way. But if you do want to learn something, and I don't know if I can hit it in an upcoming video, but I'll write it down and I'll keep track, so when I go to use it, I can, you know, apply it in that situation. Because, I mean, there's a bunch of different things. But if you ask something about paint and I'm just starting on a car, then obviously you can't see it until I do a paint video, which could be a while, depending on what exactly is going on. Thanks for watching this. This is the 69 Chevy series, and hopefully in about a week we're painting and this thing's gone. We won't see the finished detail. You'll see it painted parts, but the guy's assembling it, and so we won't see that unless he sends me pictures or videos, which kind of sucks, but whatever. All right, we'll see you on the next video, and thanks for watching.